Welcome back, guys, to day two of another day of breaking down the ULS Season 1 teams. We have four teams participating. Yesterday, we went over the double unicorns. Today, we are going to break down the boys. Starting in the top lane is Bois Dust, their jungler, Dick Long, mid laner, Get Me Out, bot laner, FaZe Monster, followed up with their support, Black Wando. Starting up in the top side, Bois Dust is definitely a player that I've seen that would prefer to lean on these heavy engaged champions. He's definitely a player that, from what I've seen, wants to start the team fights. He wants to be the one that's getting these skirmishes going and really try to wrestle position for his team around the map. I think that this is a really strong talent to have as a top laner, as in a lot of these games, it's going to be like, all right, we're at the stalemate. We're facing up on these objectives. You need someone that's going to be able to pull the trigger, and I think he's just that for this team. Dick Long in the jungle. We did see his debut on support, but jungle is definitely his main role. This is a player who I think very much like Boig Dust is going to be going for these engage picks, and if not that, something to just soak up the damage. I think it's smart to understand what you can bring to your team, and I think that Dick Long completely understands that sometimes you just need a damage sponge. You need something to soak up the damage while the rest of your team is doing that damage and, locking people up like players like Boig does. And where's that damage coming from? Well, that's easy, guys. It's coming from mid laner Get Me Out. We threw it out there yesterday. Get Me Out is another one of these players that I think are going to be one of the big driving forces on their team. Get Me Out is an absolute stud and has quite the champion pool. I've duoed with him. I played a lot of games against him in scrims, and I just think he's a really well-rounded mid laner who is able to play the assassins to the control mages to even a tank. He understands that, I'm here to play whatever the team needs, and he's someone who has such a great sense when we play together. He plays support. His map awareness is phenomenal. He's always looking to make plays around the map. Well, give someone like that all the gold and the mid lane to be able to roam around the rest of the map as they please, and you've got one heck of a player. Going down to the bot lane, we're going to go look at FaZe Monster. Now, FaZe Monster is someone who I've known for a while now, and I've played League with, and he has been constantly improving. There's definitely some picks which we won't spoil that I think that he's going to come out and surprise some of these other marksmen that are playing in the tournament and really give them a run for their money. I think that probably in terms of overall mechanical abilities, he'd be around the midpoint of the four bot laners that we have in the league, but I think his upside is just as great as any of them. It just comes down to a form of consistency and champion pool. I think that if he gets the picks that enable him, he will do amazing. I think that a team that does their homework, though, might be able to ban him out towards the bot lane, at least for the beginning of the season. I definitely see this as an issue that will be shored up relatively early in the tournament, as it's such a easy fix. Now, Black Wando in the bot lane, this guy is cracked. I love watching this guy play. He is another one of these guys who wants to play and engage support, but I've seen him play the enchanters and I've seen him play other things. But I think that his bread and butter, like, you may come to find out, most of the bot laners in this tournament is going to be these heavy engaged champions, and you have a team with someone that wants to engage heavy in the top. The support wants to heavy engage, and you just have a mid laner that's your DPS machine. I think the boys have a pretty good chance. Now, in our last show match, we did see the boys picking up their first win in a ULS play. This isn't in a best of series. This is just simply was our show match round robin to get everybody's feet wet and just to bring the viewers in, let them know that we were getting ready to kick off season one, and give the players a chance to see the type of competition they're going up. We brought it up for Double Unicorn, so this is going to be a recurring topic of MVP Watch. On this team for MVP Watch, I think Get Me Out is the strong candidate for the boys. Not to say that, yes, he's leagues and tiers above, because that just can't be true. We have so much talent in this league. And tomorrow, we will be breaking down Uncle and the Nephews. Now, I'm really excited about this team. And speaking of MVP watches, we're going to be listing off a couple tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to day two's breakdown of the Boys. Tomorrow we will be going down. We will be breaking down. My apologies, Uncle and the Nephews. See you then.